from start. Now we're just about to the finished project, and this is the first co-housing development in the state of Texas. We've got it here in Houston. There are about 200 or so of these around the country, but this is the first one in Houston. And so probably around January, they expect to have everything finished here, and the residents, more than 30 households will be moving in. So quite a few. I'm joined by Sandra Tyree. You're going to be moving in here, and you're also the liaison. You were elected by the group to kind of communicate between the builders and the residents. First, tell me, what inspired you to want to be a part of this?
Well, we were interested, my husband and I were interested in being part of a multi-generational community. We are hoping, as you can see from the hair, to age in place as long as we could. And we think that this is just a wonderful way to fulfill that.
Sure, yeah, and you'll as the multi-generational that you're talking about is there will be, from children to seniors living here, so everybody will get a chance to kind of connect on different levels.
Well, and we'll be able to understand teenage.
There you go, you're going to learn a new language.
Yes, exactly.
And speaking of language, so they voted you, they knew you were a really good communicator and you kind of understand a bit about building, so they voted you to sort of communicate. What's it like to kind of, get that consensus going? I mean, this is really a project that's done by everybody sort of, saying what they want, right?
We have done everything by consensus from the beginning, including all the design, and then we had to go through a rather painful process of taking some things out to meet budget, and we have had to make decisions as we've gone along with construction, because there are always surprises in construction. Yeah. And it has, I have to say, it's been very fulfilling to be part of a group that is so willing to engage in kind of thinking outside their own needs and wants to understand what's going to be good for a community.
Yeah, and a great skill to have, so good for you.
Thank you.
Now we're going to talk to David Kelly. You are with Concept Neighborhood.
Correct.
And you're the developer of this. So
Yes.
tell me about some of the aspects of this and how this is maybe different than some of the other kinds of developments that you do.
Sure. Well, probably the biggest difference is the involvement of the community. So the community was involved in the site selection, the site design, the design of the units and the common house. So as a group, they've made decisions based on their values that a normal developer probably would not make, but it suits them for their community.
And tell me about just some of I know you guys are being really environmentally friendly in this project. Tell me about some of those features.
Sure, absolutely. Well, one, there's the HVAC system is not your normal system that you would use in Texas, but it's a geothermal heat exchange, which has a higher cost up front, but over time will use much less energy and therefore will be very cost efficient over a long term.
Yeah, so these are these black poles that you see back here behind us. Those actually go to some of these wells, right?
That's correct. So we have a number of wells that go all the way 300 feet. They were drilled to. So there's about 100 of those across the property, mainly underneath the parking area, but also in this courtyard area as well.
And all of this was designed so that people can kind of interact. Like you specifically have the parking on this side, so people when they're coming home or going to get their mail or whatever, there's lots of opportunities for people to interact, maybe more so than in homes or townhouses.
Absolutely, and that was very much a value of this group. So your normal development in Houston wouldn't put parking on the perimeter. It would put it under the units, right? You see that all over town. So this was a value that they had, that they wanted the design to reflect how they wanted to live. And then you have these large green spaces. We could have done this on a much smaller tract of land, but they really wanted these beautiful green spaces once they move in.
Well, it looks like it's a great project. I can't wait to see it when it's all finished. And really, we can't wait to see how it all goes for all of the people that are going to be participating and getting updates on how it's all going and how they're enjoying their lives in this community endeavor. So we'll continue to keep you posted on the project, but it's been fun to be out here. So we'll send things back to you guys.
Idea. Heather,
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you so much.
All right. Ruben, where are you, man?
You bet.
Where's Ruben?
Good
You know he's
morning,
eating some good
Yeah,
food.
exactly.
fellow morning show, after show people. We are at Traveler's Cart. Now, you guys know me. You probably heard me telling y'all about Traveler's Table. Matthew Mitchell joins us. That's the other restaurant down here, not too far from where we are in the Montrose. Tell everybody concept for this one.
Sure. Traveler's Cart, modern global street food, counter service, but very much a place that you would come for multiple occasions. So could be a quick meal, could be a date night spot, could bring friends. We're open late night as well, so 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. most days, and then up to midnight during the weekend. So
I like the price point.
yeah, everything's under $20. So you're not getting in too much trouble when you're traveling the world.
Right. Yeah, I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. Guys, and let me tell you, there are a lot of things on this menu, and there were a lot of plates out here earlier. I've eaten through most of them. But remaining here, this is a big hit.
Yes, the Jamaican jerk ribs, hard to actually even keep them in stock. They're selling so well. But got to have some jerk on the menu.
I love it. Next up.
Peruvian lomo saltado, so some Asian flavors in Latin cuisine. There's a lot of Asian community in Peru. Greek apricot soufra, so a filo dough pastry. It's kind of a custard cake with apricot on top. And then the pasta that
Used to be.
Ruben has been hammering all morning. It's our pappardelle with brisket ragu, so a little bit of a Texas take on the Italian classic.
It's good, man.
And then we have a couple cocktails here. So our Unpack Your Bags is a colonche. So it's a drink from Aguas Calientes, Mexico. Tequila with prickly pear syrup. You got to have an old-fashioned, peach cobbler old-fashioned. You know, Ruben, this concept really came about because we're fortunate to have Guy Fieri visit us at Traveler's Table for diners, drive-ins, and dives. And he pulled my wife T and me aside while he was there and said, you know, I love this concept. You've got to have a really good chef and a really good team to pull this off. If you want to grow, you're going to have to come up with something else that's a little bit easier format. So hence, Traveler's Cart was born.
I love that. And and you guys opened when?
We opened Wednesday, this past Wednesday.
So brand new on the spot.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So everything I've heard is great so far. The food I've tasted so far is absolutely delicious. And if folks don't know, I mean, you and your wife have traveled extensively.
That's right.
Been around the world, and you guys are all about, you know, checking out some street food, checking out some of the nicer restaurants, and kind of bring all that inspiration back. And when I first went to Traveler's Table, and our good friend who was telling me about it, you got to come, you got to come, you got to come. So we did come do some TV there. I'm like, okay, can you really pull off so many different dishes from so many different parts of the world? And you guys nail it.
I mean, I always say the challenge was the opportunity. So the challenge was getting it right, getting all the food. You know, we have fortunately have a very talented group of chefs. You know, Puerto Rico, Indonesia, the U.S., Latin America. You know, all contributing, dialing these dishes. But the opportunity was, if we got it right, then hopefully we were going to be unique. And you know, this connection between food and travel that we all love. Yeah, that's kind of the idea behind both brands.
Well, the street food concept is great. Again, love the price point, love all the flavors, everything I tasted, cocktails. You know, I've never had a sip of a cocktail in a bag, so this is going to be a first for television, first for me. That's really good. What is this?
It's a tequila and prickly pear cocktail called a colonche.
Dude, winner. I'm loving that. What are the hours if folks want to come down?
10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday through Wednesday, and then we're open till midnight on the weekend.
I love that. Hey, man, home run, brother.
Always a pleasure. Always
Congratulations.
Come back anytime.
Absolutely. All right, guys, back to you in the studio. I'm going to finish my pasta.
Of course you are, Ruben. We don't want to get in the way of that.
No. 10, 11 a.m. It's always time for pasta.
I know. Enjoy.
All right, y'all, we got to take a break because this one over here has to get a nap, and this one over here has to make a dish.
I'm not getting a nap anytime soon.
So, you know, get a nap.
I got to get to my lunch.
We got to get to a break. We'll be back with fun.
Fox 26 is.
Anonymous.
The Fox 26 YouTube page. Like and subscribe today.
Allison on my left, Denise on my right, and I haven't been punched in the chest yet. But I tell you what, we got something that you guys are going to want to see, and I already kind of told you guys about it.
Yeah, some drama with the game. Goodness.
This is crazy.
Unbelievable.
What inning was it?
First.
Oh, geez, I
First inning.
must have just missed it. That's crazy.
First inning. I didn't miss a stitch of that game last night.
Yeah, so do we have the video?
We got
to
the
show
video.
folks?
We
Okay.
got the video because we ran it in Nate's grades. So they're going to
we
need
can't
a
watch
little
it.
time to put it up. But
Actually,
I can tell
we
you
can't.
right now, the bottom. Huh? What? Oh.
Yeah, we can't show the video.
Even though we're Fox and the game was on Fox? Okay, my producer, Casey's telling me, I won't say her name on the air, but Casey's telling me we can't do it. So,
Okay, well, just tell them what happened.
So
Well,
here's
how
the
about
deal.
you guys go on Twitter, look at the video because it's on there, and then we can go
Amen.
through it.
Amen. Batter hits the ball out to right field, and the ball is angling towards the foul territory. And Mookie Betts is running. I mean, he's hauling butt trying to get to the ball, right, make a play. He makes the play on the ball. He catches it. He has to go up to catch the ball, right, at the rail or at the fence. But it was a cushion. Right, so he goes up, makes the play, and a fan reaches over, grabs his glove after he makes the catch, grabs the glove to try to get the ball.
But that's not
And
the half of it.
and hold on, and as he's doing that, and so he goes up to try to protect the ball and his
Right.
glove, and then the fan sitting next to this New York Yankee fan, I don't know what they were thinking or drinking.
Yeah.
Anyway, he grabs Mookie's right arm, and he's holding him there for I don't know how long. Slow-mo, obviously you can't tell how long, but it was long enough to sustain injury. And that's what you always have to think about, injury in a situation like that.
Yeah.
So those two New York Yankee fans who obviously are not thinking about anything but retrieving a baseball or just trying to seek fame or whatever it is they're trying to do,
Yeah.
they are escorted out of the stadium, right, Yankee Stadium. But what we have not heard or seen is whether or not the Yankees are going to allow them back.
They should.
And there has been no information released whether or not the Yankees are going to keep them out of the game. They should, really, in my opinion, they should kick them out because they're interfering with the safety
Yeah, that
of a
should be
player.
banned.
Fan interference is one thing. When you put the glove out to catch a ball, you know, and the player's going up for it, that's fine. But when you
Yes.
start interfering and you may be interfering with the safety of
Right.
a player
And health.
and a person and health, then that's a completely different matter.
Yeah, they were out of
Yeah,
line.
and I mean, these are big fences, like you said. And,
Yeah.
you know, if they're holding on to him, I mean, that could create shoulder, wrist injury. I mean, you just don't know.
I do believe there was a cushion because you could sort of tell. I do believe there's a cushion out there in Yankee
And Mookie
Stadium.
spoke afterwards, right?
Well,
he seemed like he
what,
was.
what he said was it was a non, it's irrelevant. He said it's irrelevant. That's a non-issue. We lost the game. Period. We got to come back and win. That's basically what he said.
Yeah, he didn't seem too upset.
He didn't
but-
seem upset at all. He was at the time. He was
Yeah.
very demonstrative at the time, but we could have shown the video. But because I know what he's trying to do, he's trying not to incite the Yankee fans
Yeah.
on that side of the field,
Yeah.
the right field side of the field, which I understand that because they got to go back and play tonight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But in the back of his mind, I know what he's thinking.
Oh, yeah.
He's thinking, we're going to kick y'all's butt when we come in there tonight. We can't afford to take any chances. And 40 times a team has been 0-3 in the best of 7 in a World Series. Only 4 teams have forced a game 5.
Wow.
Okay, none have forced a game 6. So that'll be very
gonna-
interesting to see.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any skin in the game, but we've been watching every night, and it just seems like the Dodgers are laser focused.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like the Yankees have maybe been getting some emotion, like feeling emotional, and then maybe that has caused some errors, you know. And where is Aaron Judge? Like, he should be.
He had an RBI last night. That's about all he had. He had one of his first RBI in this World Series. He had it last night. Garrett Cole, former Houston
Yeah.
Astro, Cy Young Award winners on the hill tonight. For the,
Wow.
for the
Okay.
Yankees. So they're really going to have to play well. The Dodgers, and of course I'm a Dodgers fan, Dodgers kid from birth.
Yes, we've
for the
learned
most
so
part.
much about Nate in the last 10 minutes.
I don't really talk much about me, but the bottom line, when you talk about stuff, when it concerns sports, I'll tell you everything you want to know.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, I'm a Dodgers fan. I've been a Dodgers fan since birth. Yes, I came out the womb of Dodgers.
Bleed blue.
But not when the Astros in the World Series. Or when the Astros in the World Series,
You're a
sorry
Stros
guys.
fan.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
Stros
clean
fan.
that up.
Yeah, you got to. We live in Houston now.
Right.
But yeah, I'm hoping the Dodgers can close out in 5.
Yeah.
Be good to see.
Oh,
So-
it's so fun.
It is fun watching this, and you got the Texans tomorrow night, right?
Spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halloween, that's right. Okay, so I was, really excited about taking my kids trick-or-treating, but it's going to be raining. Goodness,
Yeah,
Allison.
hit or miss showers,
put
guys.
on your rain gear.
It's so fun.
I know, but it's not going to stop the
Not
kiddos.
enjoyable. Yeah, I know. They're still going to want to go, but.
Cover starts there. It is
and-
right there.
So
You can still do it.
if there is another game,
Yeah.
let's say that they force a game 6, they'll be going back to LA.
That's right, because
For-
it's a 2-3-2 format. Yeah, 2-3-2.
Interesting.
2 LA,
Yep,
3 New York.
and then potentially 2.
Yeah.
It makes
potentially
sense,
2.
especially when it's a 5-hour flight and you're going through the time change.
Well, that's just the format. That's the World Series format. So bottom line, it wouldn't matter. And they always put game 6 and 7 if necessary. We put an asterisk if necessary. Game 6 and 7. That's what they do. Actually, they put game 5, 6, and 7 asterisk if necessary. So there you go. So your school won a big game last weekend.
Yes. Yes, we
University
did. It
of
was
Houston.
homecoming.
So they they clown.
It was
mean-
fun.
It was
too.
Utah,
Homecoming
right?
was real fun. Yeah.
Yeah, U of H beat Utah. They knocked off
Yeah,
Utah. That's a
yeah.
good
That's
team.
yeah.
Well, the thing
It's a
about
big
it
deal.
is, Willie Fritz is a heck of a football coach, and what he did at Tulane to turn that program around was miraculous. They played in the AAC tournament, AAC championship last year. SMU beat them, but he moved on, and that's why U of H recruited him to come over there and coach. And U of H they're probably 2 steps away from being really, really good next year.
Right. It's going to take some time. Unfortunately, I haven't
it
been
takes
able to
a year.
go to a bunch of the games because of my work schedule.
But that's why you watch. That's why you watch your brother. You
Yes.
watch your big brother, and Big Brother tells you everything.
Yes,
you need
get
to
the
know. You know what
highlights.
I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So Rice, on the other
Always.
hand,
Yeah.
fired Coach Bloomgren. Broke my heart. Fired Coach Mike Bloomgren Sunday, but they have Navy 6-1 Navy
Yeah.
coming to town, and all the military academies this year are playing extremely well. Air Force, Army, and Navy. Army's ranked number 18 in the country, I want to say, and they're undefeated.
And there was one point where they were both in the top 25.
Yes, Navy and Army.
Yeah, that was
Look at
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Right around Michigan. That's
Allison's
Allison
a football
stuff,
fan.
yeah.
She's got a football fan. I love this. And so the Texans, once again, we talk about them. They're playing Thursday night. They're going to be without Stephon Diggs, who suffered the ACL tear in his right knee on a non-contact play in the game versus Indy. So the game is tomorrow night. You want to put that screen back up there one more time. Texans pregame show at 6:30. And I think my man Will Kunkel is going to be doing that. Will's going to be bringing the smoke on that. And then Jets versus Texans at 7 o'clock. And I'll be up watching that. And then we have the post-game show because I know y'all will be asleep.
Of course.
Yeah.
But you
And
know
then
what? I mean, D'Amico Ryans doesn't seem worried, though. I mean, he's got Tank Dell, so we'll see what happens.
The Hutchinson kid that was drafted also. And then, you also have Robert Woods. You still got some players
Yeah.
on that squad, who can make some plays.
Yes. we got
So
this.
All I'm going to say is the Detroit Lions come to town on the 10th.
Yes, they do.
that's
They
a good
have-
team.
boy,
We
they
are a
have
big
really turned
Lions
things around.
family here, and
Yeah.
my
Really?
parents are coming to visit because my birthday is coming up. So we're going to go to the game on the 10th, and it's Sunday Night Football, and I'm so excited.
Really? You work Monday?
No, I'm
No.
off Mondays.
You're off Monday?
Yeah.
That's right. You guys are off Mondays
Yeah.
and Tuesdays because y'all anchor on the weekends. That's wow.
So we're going to be going to that game. It's going to be
That's
lit.
going to be a good game. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna
Very
be a
excited.
great game. Detroit Lions, Jared Goff at quarterback, is amazing. But their defense is really, really good. And who
Dan
is that?
Campbell is.
Dan Campbell's a great coach, but you know where he went to school, Texas A&M. So
Yeah.
you know his defensive coordinator went to Texas A&M too.
Really?
Yes, his defensive coordinator is from Houston, Texas, and what is his name? Unbelievable. I cannot believe I covered him in college when he played at Texas A&M. And why
The
am I
second
not-
we get off air,
Right,
it's
you're
going
gonna
to come to
remember
your
it.
head.
Can you pull up Texas A&M defensive coordinator? Anyway, his brother.
Current Texas A&M?
What? Aaron
Got it,
Glenn.
got it.
Aaron Glenn just hit me. Aaron Glenn.
Okay.
Aaron Glenn played
Or
for the
did they
New
just
York
tell you?
Jets.
It's like it.
He was a first-round pick out of A&M and played defensive back for the New York Jets.
Mm-hmm.
And now, talk about could play. And his brother also played in the league.
That's awesome.
With the Minnesota Vikings. And he was All-American at A&M, and he played for the Minnesota Vikings. He was the Willis athletic director. Left there, he's now in Austin. And no telling where he's going. But Aaron Glenn has done a phenomenal job with that defense. And he also played for the Saints. And they
Wow.
they play just like he coached. And so that Detroit Lions team is a really good team.
So I got my dad a T-shirt.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember when Coach first got hired and he said, "And we're gonna bite their kneecaps"?
What?
Dan Campbell did say that. I read that soundbite.
You have to watch,
Yes.
find it. It's hilarious.
Yes.
Well, I got my dad a shirt. I hope he's not watching. It says the kneecap tour, and it's like some crazy thing. And on the
Yes.
back, it has the Lions schedule.
Yes, it is amazing. Dan Campbell he only played tight end in the league.
Yeah.
So I mean, this guy is serious. Plays tight end at A&M. This guy is very, very serious about football. Love a coach like that, but also love D'Amico Ryans. I love what he brings to the
Yes.
table. Just had to throw that in, folks.
Yeah.
But Dan Campbell is special, and that's going to be a Texas connection.
I
Those
know
two
it's going to
teams
be
play each
really
other.
cool,
Yeah.
especially because there's a lot of A&M fans here that are going to
Yeah.
be
Oh, God.
They're going to
watching.
be out there. They're going to be out there. And the Lions fans like you, you'll be there. Wait, you going to the game?
So, well, my daughter has a cheer competition that same day.
She has what?
Out of town, cheer competition.
Oh,
but my husband may go. He's a former Lions player. So.
Yeah.
See?
They
you
weren't
go.
doing that well, though.
He's like, so can I come back and join now?
Right,
It's
so-
going to be fun. But I feel like that's a good thing when you're like a Lions and Texans fans. Like whoever wins, you're very happy. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got any score predictions?
For the Texas Lions game?
Yeah.
Ooh, depends. Now, Nico Collins is back. He
Yeah.
should be coming out of off IR in the next probably
Quick,
next
we
game.
gotta go.
I know,
What's the score
I
prediction?
heard 30. So if Nico Collins is back, Texans win 24-20.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
My dad just texted me. He goes, I'm watching. Sorry.
Hello, Dad.
Oh, man.
Hello, Dad.
It's okay. It's
Dad.
waiting for you in the guest room.
Oh my God. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Fox 26 is The
Anonymous.
Fox 26 YouTube page.
A Houston family couldn't renew the registration on their truck because their VIN was cloned in another state. How VIN cloning can cost you your car. Airlines are now required to refund you for canceled or delayed flights. Could this change the way airlines book